call it vitamin P anymore because typically vitamins fulfill a certain criteria, and vitamin P does not fulfill that criteria. But vitamin P stands for permeability, as in vascular permeability or capillary permeability or microvascular permeability. Now, permeability is basically the ability of your vascular system to allow things to move in and out between the vascular system. And so there are various gaps that occur. And when you have too much of a gap, you have symptoms like bleeding gums, like gingivitis. You might get spider veins, varicose veins, hemorrhoids, which involve the veins. You might get bruising. You might get a bleeding nose or edema. So they found this P factor, okay, vitamin P, helps to tighten up those junctions, those gaps, and prevents all these symptoms. So the P factor is really part of the vitamin C complex that's in nature. So typically in nature, you don't just have ascorbic acid. You have ascorbic acid, which is the antioxidant portion. You have also the P factor, which is really the bioflavonoids. And there's about 8,000 different bioflavonoids in certain plant compounds. And what I'm going to talk about is the citrus bioflavonoids. These bioflavonoids are part of the vitamin C complex. The other parts of the vitamin C complex would be the J factor or vitamin J. Another thing that I'm not going to get into now, but vitamin J helps increase the oxygenation in your lungs. It helps you breathe better. And then you also have copper in the vitamin C complex in an enzyme form called tyrosinase. And that copper is really important in collagen formation. This is why vitamin C is so good for collagen, joint health, etc. And then you also have vitamin K1, which is part of the vitamin C complex as well, which also helps to prevent bleeding and things like that, because vitamin K1 is involved with clotting. So when you're consuming the white part in the outside part of the lemon or limes, you are getting a tremendous amount of this extra vitamin P, or let's just call it the bioflavonoids, which can really help you in many different ways, including some additional things for the eye. I mean, think about what happens with diabetes. You have a lot of damage in the capillaries. You have damage in the nervous system because the capillaries